KP's Video News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all. What? Okay, folks. This is just a test that I'm doing right quick. Trying to run this little test to see exactly how this camera's going to work. I don't know how good it's going to work, but I'm going to try it out anyway. Anyway, I want to talk about some things that's been going on in as far as this whole situation about these so-called Trump sneakers and all these derogatory statements that they've been making about black people here lately. And it's really crazy to me that well, it's a lot of issues, a lot of things I want to touch on that subject. But the first thing I want to talk about is the response that was given at the so-called conservative black people that were at this particular rally that was in South Carolina. Now, Trump appeared at this so-called black conservatives. Basically, that's pretty much means black Republicans in South Carolina. And while Trump was making all these derogatory statements about black people, like him because he got arrested, black people like him because he got a mug shot, black people like him because, this, that, and the third. And these people literally applauded when he stated that, you guys like me because I'm a criminal and I've been discriminated against just like you've been discriminated against in the court. Now, I don't know any of those people that were there, and basically they never showed any of them. And I guess it was probably a good thing for them that they weren't shown. And I wish they would have shown some of those people so we can find out who they are, because it's like you need to know who your neighbors are. You definitely need to know who your neighbors are, man, because these people live next door to you and they're, holding these conversations with them while they're selling you out. This is basically the whole house Negro, field Negro situation that's jumping off over in South Carolina. And I don't know how far these people may have come from. Some of them might have came from as far as California to go to this meeting. We don't know because, like I said, they didn't show them. So now the question is, who do you trust? Who can you trust? Because the media, as far as the media is concerned, they're rolling with that. Look, black people like Trump because he's selling these fake gold sneakers with the gold paint on them. It's like, come on, man. Do you really think that I'm going to vote for Trump just because he got some gold sneakers? It's not going to happen. I wouldn't vote for him if he gave me a pair that was made out of pure solid gold. I wouldn't vote for him. So the fact remains the same. Who are these people? Who are these black people that are cheering this madness, that are not speaking out on this madness? Because that's exactly what it is. It's total madness to me, complete madness, that you would even co-sign that foolishness. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. All of you ought to be ashamed. Every person that was at that so-called black conservative meeting in South Carolina last week, you all should be ashamed of yourselves. And I know you're not going to come out and you're not going to rebut. You don't want to talk about the situation. You definitely don't want to talk to me, because I will show you how many things that this guy has done, and how many thousands of lawsuits that has been filed against Trump in New York, in the city of New York, because he uh, would not rent his property to black people and not rent his property to Hispanics or any other minorities. And he's lost all these lawsuits. And every time he loses a lawsuit like that, then he files bankruptcy. Over 1,000 lawsuits. So now, you got that, and then you have the fact that he wouldn't denounce David Duke, the Grand Dragon of the Klan. He wouldn't denounce him when he was talking about he's backing Trump and giving him his support when he was running for office. He wouldn't denounce him. He took the side of the white nationalists that was in Charlottesville, even after they ran somebody over with a car. He still would not denounce them. And the ban that he put on Muslims when he first got in office wouldn't allow any Muslims to come into the country. Uh, uh, and it was like, I mean, total chaos at the airports. Then the situation they did at the border. So they're trying to keep the people from south of the border coming here. Never said nothing about people coming from Canada, coming through Canada. But it's just thing. I mean, don't, and not to even mention the well, I will mention it. January 6th, what they did at January 6th, trying to overthrow the election. Common sense tells me if you held a rally the day that they were counting the ballots, the electoral ballots, no other president has ever done that before. Trump did that day. That's guilt. That's the guilt right there. You held that rally in Washington, D.C. on the exact day you called for that rally in Washington, D.C. on that exact day that they were counting the electoral votes. You, Trump. So it was your fault. 100% your fault. Now, the people that have been locked up for breaking and going in, they did that at your request, your orders. They followed your orders. So this whole situation, why they have to go back and forth. The Supreme Court is slow walking everything that they're doing. You got Cannon down in Florida that's slow walking that case with the documents. This whole thing is just which crook do you side with? And that's what it's coming down to when it comes to the politics now. Which crook do you which crook do you go to? You go to the left, you go to the right. Which crook do you align yourself with? Because they're all crooked. And it doesn't help when you say you got somebody like Clarence Thomas, whose wife interfered with the elections, talking about the election was fixed and went out of her way to correspond with, and went out of her way to basically force people to file these frivolous lawsuits. You, Clarence Thomas, should not only should you recuse yourself from any Trump cases, you should just go ahead on and resign. Just resign from the Supreme Court, because you will never ever be trusted ever again. You're taking money from billionaires. You for sale. You're for sale. Your wife is for sale. So, hey, wake up, people. This over 500,000 people have been taken off the off the ballots in Tennessee. Or was that Kentucky? It says Kentucky or Tennessee, one of the two, one of those two states. 500,000 people. That's 500,000 people have been taken off the voting rolls in that particular state. So, the fix is in. The fix is in, and uh, you know, it's just ridiculous, man, to even think that the people would be stupid enough to even try to put or even vote to put Donald Trump in office after all the criminal things that he's done in his life, after all the stuff that happened on January 6th, after all the court cases he has, after several states taking his name off the ballot, and they put that before the crooked Supreme Court that knew they should have voted. They should have already come up with a decision on that. But instead, they're going to slow walk it to try to, I guess, try to wait until after the election before they come up with some type of remedy on this. So none of the cases brought against Trump would be able to go before before November, So all this stuff, man. Then you had Merrick Garland that sat on his butt and waited a whole year after the January 6th commission did what they had to do and came up with what they had to do. Which stated, "Oh, okay, yeah, we they came up with their determination that Trump was guilty of an insurrection, handed it over to Merrick Garland at the Department of Justice. He sat on it for a whole year before he finally uh, came up with Jack Smith, independent investigator. So it's like, come on, man. All of these guys are working together. They're all working together to try to do what they can to slow walk this thing to kind of help fake and help Trump win to try to keep him from going to prison. He's guilty. You know he's guilty. And for, back to my original statement, for all you black people out there that call yourself, oh man, I like Trump. He no, man. Wake up. Do your homework. Do your homework, and then you'll see that he could care less about you. Matter of fact, he hates black people. His father was a Klan member, a certified, documented Klan member, arrested for Klan activities in New York. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So you really need to wake up and do what you got to do to handle your business, man. Wake up now. Yeah, you're saying that you like him because he look at him, he going to court. Come on, man. You like him because he got some sneakers. Come on, man. Are you serious? Are you really serious? Are you really seriously that stupid that they can just offer you some trinkets and beads and show you a mugshot and you would do something as important as give up your vote just because somebody got some tennis shoes and a mugshot? Am I really hearing this correct? Tennis shoes and a mugshot, and you're ready to vote for Trump because he got tennis shoes and a mugshot. And that's how much little they think of you. They figure all they got to do is dangle a carrot in front of your face. Oh, look at these tennis shoes. Oh, look at Trump's mugshot. He went to jail just like you black people going to jail. He liked tennis shoes just like black people like tennis shoes. Are you that stupid? So now the next thing is, how many rappers are they going to pay behind the scenes to wear these raggedy tennis shoes? How many basketball players in the NBA are they going to pay to wear these raggedy ass tennis shoes to try to influence you as black people? And they must really think that all black people are stupid. They really believe that all black people are so damn stupid that they would be willing to vote for this con artist, crook, racist, good for nothing, worthless. Oh man, it's just so many words that I could use to describe this POS. But I'm gonna leave it right there. It's KP's Video News. Don't forget to share this documentation.
KP's Video News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all. It's KP's Video News, y'all.